Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the BedTech Show. We are your hosts, Ben and Ethan, and we have got some exciting tech news for you here at bedtime. We are going to be talking about the demise of Xbox and Microsoft and the wonderful things that they're doing with their customers and what they're trying to do to get you to continue to keep paying for all of their stuff. First off, I think this week they announced they are raising prices to Game Pass Ultimate. And I think the premise of them doing that was because they're adding more content and they're really hoping that people are going to stay on it for Black Ops 7. And I don't know about anyone here, but for me, that just made me want to pre-order Battlefront 6 even more.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Well, they're doing a 50% price increase. It's not just like a couple dollars.
Yeah,
50%? Like
it's huge.
that's hard to justify saying like, "Oh yeah, just because I'm getting a couple more games added, is it worth the additional 50% price increase?" You're essentially in 2 months you're buying the game,
Hmm.
right? So like if you're not playing more than 6 games a year, it's not worth it,
Right.
you know? And I mean, I think if you have the luxury of Game Pass, yes, you're gonna play multiple games. But if you don't have Game Pass, I don't really feel like consumers are hurting because they can't play every single game. I mean, you only have so much time to game.
Right.
And so I imagine you only have a handful of games that you're playing at a time. I don't know. I think 50% price increase is kind of crazy. A couple dollars, I get,
Yeah.
but 50%, that's a lot.
Yeah. And I mean, this is, it's kind of really bad timing because not only are they increasing Game Pass, they just increased prices for their Xbox again. So that's like $700 on a 5-year-old or going on 6 years now, old hardware that hasn't been updated. And they're justifying the price of what what you can get a fairly decent gaming PC that can do everything else except play Halo 5. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, and even then, like, I mean, if you have Xbox Game Pass, I would assume Halo 5's on there. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just
Yeah, you just can't play it on PC.
uh
So they don't have a PC port for Halo 5.
yeah. I I think it's not worth the extra. I mean, it's like if you're gonna buy a new console for that price, you might as well buy like a pretty solid PC, you know?
Hmm. Exactly. So yeah, from what I heard also is that after they announced this, the uh, everyone was going to cancel their subscription and it crashed their site and people weren't able to cancel their subscription
Oh
for how many
gosh,
people were trying to offload Game Pass. That's,
I believe it. I mean, I'd be super pissed because in my mind, $20 a month already is a hard justification.
Mhm.
And then for it to go increase by 50% for $30 a month, dude, there's very few subscriptions are worth more than $20 a month.
Right,
You know, it's got to be something that I use all the time.
right.
And Xbox Game Pass just isn't there. That's not worth it.
No, I mean, Game Pass, like when it first came out, I thought it was a fairly solid, decent deal. I mean, it was relatively cheap for what you got. Got access to games, play them anytime you want. The theory of it was very good, but now it just seems like they're being very greedy. They being Xbox on
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
gouge for money.
What was the original game price of Game Pass? I'm looking it up right now.
I think it was $9 a month, 10.
I want to
When
say it
it
was $10 a month.
yeah, when it first came out, and I'm like,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
this is
yeah, essential tier was $9 per month. And the premium tier was for $15 a month. Yeah, but I think originally they pitched it at $10 a month
Mhm.
back in the day.
Yeah, so it it was a great deal, and I know they've added a lot of more content. They've acquired more studios. They've closed down a few other ones, but that's not the point. So, with
Yeah.
them adding more stuff, it it shows that they're trying to make it a premium product, but I don't think no matter what you do to that service, nothing justifies it being $30 a month subscription.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think what they were saying is that the subscribers will now have access to more than 400 games, uh, over 75 day one releases, which I mean, that's a good amount, but like you can only play so many games, you know?
Mhm.
Like you can't play all those games. And to justify or to try and justify the price increase by these upgrades, it's like, but I'm not gonna be playing 50% more games or get 50% more value out of the games that I do play. I
Right,
play my games with my buddies or by myself, but those are the games I play, and it's like it's not it's not significantly better for the price that I'm paying.
right.
So but I just looked it up. Xbox Game Pass launched June 1st, 2017, $10 per month. Yeah,
Yep.
you're spot on. $10 per month, which,
Crazy to think that
man,
was 2017.
I know. I know. That doesn't like when I think back when it came out, I'm like, oh, it wasn't too long ago. But like 2017 is almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so wild. And then going to the prices of the consoles, I just pulled it up. They are it's insane what they're charging now for these consoles. Um it like from what they originally were costing,
Mhm.
it's like up $100 or
Y-
more.
Yeah,
So Xbox Series S, Xbox Series S is $400. That's not even
which
the
is
1 TB
crazy.
size. Yeah, it is so crazy. $400 for the Series S. I think I got mine for 250.
Uh-huh.
Legitimately, I think I got mine for 250. And then the Xbox Series X digital is 600. That's the digital without the disc. I have the Halo edition with the disc, and I think I paid,
I don't think you paid even 600 for that.
yeah, I don't think I paid 600. I think I paid 550 for it. I'm trying to remember, but I don't think it was that much. I think it's just so crazy to me that they're just bumping up these prices.
Yeah, and
And
the
then what
2 TB version of it is $800.
dude, that's stupid. You're right. That's a computer. That's a PC build.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
I mean,
So dumb.
that is a really decent budget build at $800.
I'm looking up like what kind of PC can I build for $800? Capable gaming PC that handles 1080p high settings and 1440p gaming. You can get a Ryzen 7600, Intel i5. Yeah, dude. RTX 4060 graphics card, 16 gigabytes. Like you can build a solid PC for that.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. I cannot believe that. Why do you think Microsoft is doing that? Why do you think they're just like degaffing? I don't know if people use that phrase anymore, but like not giving a flip, and just bumping up prices.
I think it's because one, their market cap is just going through the roof at the right now. Like they're making so much money that I, I think they're kind of at the point where they think they can't lose, which is which is hard. Because I mean, PlayStation, they clearly have higher sales at this point, but I know Xbox is not even worried about the console war anymore. And so that may be the reason why is because they're not worried about this. Right now they're trying to put Xbox in everything. I mean, they want your PC to be an Xbox. They've got the ROG Ally X, which is just being released now also, that is an excruciatingly high price at $1,000 for a handheld.
Yeah, the handheld. Yeah, that also was very expensive. We talked about that.
And I was thinking, like I wanted to get that handheld just because I think it'd be cool to have a handheld gaming on the go. But for $1,000, that that is not worth it.
No, it's really not.
So yeah, to answer your question, I think it's mostly because I think they're invincible at this point and they can't lose. What are your thoughts?
I think I think maybe you have a very valid point that they don't think they can lose. But I also wonder in their mind, they're like, not a lot of people are buying this. And if they are buying it, they missed out on their opportunity to buy. So if they want to buy it and they want to keep us manufacturing it, then they're going to need to pay a premium in order to buy this. And so as a result, we're going to increase the fee because you had your chance years ago to buy it at the more reasonable price. And we're not going to invest too much into it. And so if you want us to keep it around, you got to buy it at this price. That's my thought because I think they're starting to they're I would expect they're starting to run lean on the manufacturing of their current Xbox generation consoles. And in order to keep, because they don't have mass production like they were in the past, in order to keep the same type of margin, they're going to have to increase the price because we all know with higher quantity, there's scalability and
Mhm.
there's better returns, right? But if you're producing a much smaller amount, that becomes a little bit more costly. And so I assume Xbox is saying, okay, reflective of the amount that we're producing and the demand, we're going to increase the price. But in my mind, if that's actually what they're doing, I'm like, why not just take the hit to keep people happy because you're going to have more people pissed off that won't be repeat buyers, you
Right.
know? Like a significant portion of Xbox buyers are repeat buyers, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
That's a really good point. I didn't think of that, but that makes a lot of sense what you're talking about.
yeah,
Um,
I think from like a production standpoint, maybe that's what they're doing, but maybe not. I don't know.
and as you were talking about that, I also had the thought, maybe they're increasing these prices so that when they go to release their next generation, they can release it at these prices and
Oh,
it won't be a sticker shock for us because we've already been shocked.
yeah. They're setting them. Yeah, that's actually a very valid point. They're priming the market to be comfortable with these prices.
Hmm.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I honestly, that's probably a very strong reason in my mind. I think that's probably one of the stronger reasons why they would do this. Because this isn't like a huge revenue stream for them right now.
No.
This isn't like a big winner for them right now, you know? So what can they do if you're running a business and you're like, Xbox sales are really slow, they're really low. What can we do in order to help us achieve success? Well, we're coming up with a new console in the next year or two, and the price is going to be high. Shoot, that's a huge gap between what we're currently selling and what the future product we're going to sell is. How do we help prime that? Well, let's just start slowly increasing the fee of the current console so that people are comfortable with it by the time we release the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm really curious what the new console will be, especially if it is at like an $800 price point, because then that begs the question like, do I do I pay for a new console?
Yeah. It needs to be amazing if it's going to be that price.
Yeah, it does. It needs to be really good. because Xbox in the past has always been really good specs for the price you pay.
Hmm.
Like it would be hard to beat an Xbox on that price point when building a PC.
Yeah. I mean, there have
But
been a lot of people that have tried and done a good job. They've been able to build PCs at that price point that have been able to far exceed the capabilities of it. But
mm,
at that point, you're looking at like used hardware. You're really deal hunting for all of
yeah,
your components. It's not like you can just go find brand new components that are going to give you that same price to performance with it.
yeah, 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 that's totally fair. Um, I'm really curious to see what that new console will be and what the price point is. On on PC with the Xbox app, can you buy individual games or do you have to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass on
You
the
can do
PC?
both. You can buy individual games
Okay,
and also do Game Pass.
that's good. I mean, but with a PC you have Steam, and so it's
Yeah,
like you might as well just buy the games off Steam, you
yeah.
know?
Usually that's what I do. If like it's on Steam, I'm always going with Steam because their launcher is just superior to anything else. But
Yeah, I've
there are
always
a
had
couple.
issues with the Xbox app on my PC.
Yeah, I still have issues. Like sometimes, anytime that we're playing, is like if it's a chat problem, it's usually my fault because I'm on PC.
Yeah. Yeah, the Xbox app on the PC is not it's not built out as robust as Steam. So,
Which means I wish Xbox would get Discord, and then that would solve the whole party chat issue.
yeah, true. I think they have like their current plugin, but I don't think it's very easy to use.
No, it's garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a feature that they can advertise, but it's actually in practicality, it's not good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wild stuff, dude. Wild stuff from Xbox. Pretty
And then
bold.
Costco has been it just pulled all of their Xbox inventory as well. I saw that today. I saw that on a couple of news articles that Costco was pulling out all of their Xbox stuff. They said it was related to tariff prices for them. Whether I don't know if that's a PR answer or if that's the actual answer, but I did see a lot of advertisement for the PS5 when I went through Costco today.
Yeah. Yeah. I went early this week. I saw the same thing. Did not see a single Xbox advertisement. All PS5 and the what's the PlayStation handheld? Um, shoot. There was like it's essentially controllers that you touch to your phone. What is that
Oh,
called? Uh, what's it called? Oh, PlayStation Portal Remote.
oh yeah, Portal Remote.
Portal Remote Player. They had that at Costco as well. No
Oh,
Xbox stuff though.
very interesting.
But my question is, they blame tariffs, but like I think that's an excuse because Microsoft's an American company. Like where does Microsoft manufacture the Xbox? Because if they manufacture, oh, primarily in China, particularly in Guangdong assembly plants and located in Vietnam. Okay, I mean that makes sense. Is the Xbox impacted by tariffs? Let's see. My keyboard is so loud, dude.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Costco confirmed it removed Xbox consoles from sale due to a business decision.
hmm,
Yeah, that is something your publicist would tell Forbes.
yeah. How do we keep it truthful but not specific? Well, this is business and we made a decision on it. So it was a business
Business
decision.
decision.
So tell me, why'd you guys have X amount of dollars lost this last year? Well, we made a business decision. Oh, great. That gives me no information. It's so crazy. It's funny. PR is so funny.
Yeah. Yeah,
How
so I
hard can
guess
it be?
if anybody wanted to get an Xbox, Costco is not the answer anymore.
Used Xbox is the way to go, for sure.
And now that prices are going up, the used market will also be going up as well. People might actually be able to sell their Xboxes for what they paid for them.
Yeah, that may be. Maybe, honestly. That is so wild to me how expensive they're getting. It's just crazy. Yeah, Ethan, question for you.
Yeah.
With Game Pass going up, are you continuing Xbox Game Pass or are you going to be canceling?
So I canceled that probably about a year ago.
Oh, so you've been off for a while
I
then.
have been off for a while. I wanted
Oh,
because I had it mostly just because, it was cool to have access to um, some things, some of the new things to try them out before I actually bought them.
yeah.
And then it also gave me Xbox Live, but I haven't played my Xbox probably in over a year. So I was like, I probably don't need to be paying for Game Pass. And I haven't missed it.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you dodged a bullet a year early because it would have sucked to pay $30 a month for just gaming.
Yeah. I, and I don't game as much. I would love to,
Yeah.
but got other responsibilities in life that lead me.
Yes, that is so true. Life of an adult.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Definitely not
interesting
the
news.
life of a showgirl yet, but you know,
Oh, a little T Swift action there. Yeah, crazy stuff coming from Microsoft. Very bold, but I think they're probably, like you said, probably planning for the future. So I
it,
hope the people stick it to the man, though. I hope the people stick it to the man and they don't buy and they cancel their Game Pass subscriptions
yeah, we definitely need to vote with our wallets on this one.
for sure. 100%.
So, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. With their price increases, do you think when they come out with a new generation that this price increase, the goodwill that they have lost with the public, do you think that's going to change with the new generation of consoles, or do you think it's going to be detrimental to that generation's success?
Mm. Initially, I would say I feel like the trend is negative for Xbox, meaning this isn't the first time that they've increased pricing. And so as a result, multiple price increases plus a 50% price increase in Xbox Game Pass, I think it's starting to piss off their market a little bit. And so I think initially, top of my head, it's going to have negative impact on the next console. But I don't know specs of the next console. And so if they come out with an incredible console, they might be fine, you know? But like how do you compare success, you know? Is it number of consoles sold? Is it profit made? Is it, you know, comparison against PlayStation's console? Because if you do it on the very last option I mentioned of like comparison of PlayStation consoles, I think Xbox has only won that battle once, and
Yeah,
that was
that
with the
was
Xbox 360.
yeah,
And I guess what I'm saying is it the next console is they might lose, but they might lose even worse. You know, people will switch
Hmm.
to either PC or maybe PlayStation, especially if they make most of their games uh cross console,
Yeah,
cross platform, you know?
yeah. There's no more exclusives for Xbox at this point.
Yeah, and so if that's the case, like why do I even bother getting an Xbox when they're just gonna bump up prices and rip me off, you know?
Yeah, I mean the only reason to get an Xbox with no exclusives will be because the hardware gets you the output that you're looking for more so than anything else.
Yes, and that's exactly the point that I was trying to say, which is if the specs of the new console are just unbeatable, then I don't think Microsoft will have a negative impact from what they've been doing in the past. But I don't know if that will actually happen. I feel like that's a really big uphill battle for them to
Mhm.
do. Um, but if anyone can do it, Microsoft is one of the very few companies that could potentially pull it off.
Yeah.
So, like, and what I mean by pull it off, I mean build something that's so good that people can't be pissed off about the price because it's just too good, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know what they're thinking here. I think we have a couple of ideas which we talked about, but like I said, I hope the consumers stick it to the man.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
What are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you think it'll have negative impact?
I think it might have negative impact on sales of the console. And if that's the metric that we're looking for success, I don't think they're going to have very much success there. But
Mhm.
really, I think the ultimate thing that drives what success of Microsoft is the value that whether their shareholders get money, since they're a publicly traded company, that's really all that matters at the end of the day.
Yep.
Doesn't matter about the consumer, it's about the shareholder. And so based off of how their trajectory has gone over like the last 10 years in itself with their market cap, I I think they're going to be successful with this no matter what they do, unfortunately.
Yeah. People might not buy the console, but they might invest in the company,
Hmm.
and that will increase the price of the stock and therefore increase the market value of the company, and everyone is happy.
Yeah. And who knows, they'll probably just have enough money that they'll buy Sony or
Dude,
Nintendo.
it's getting that point. It's getting to that point. I wonder though if it would be blocked, you know,
That probably would.
because there was a lot of back and forth with them just acquiring
Activision.
Activision, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, we talked at length on this
about
channel
that.
about that.
It's so long for them to go like back and forth with the courts, and Sony trying to block it as a third party is just it's funny. Yeah, we did talk about that at length.
But hey, T-Mobile was able to acquire Sprint, and that was that was an uphill battle. So, I mean, it's not unheard of.
Yeah. What was the other one that was really big that people were like, I don't think that's
I know it
I
was
don't
like Sirius and XM satellite.
oh yeah.
I mean, I know that was a big one back in the day, but I know the reason that they got away with that was because there was no one else. And so, because there was no, absolutely no other competition other than those two, it was, it was a lot of
Comcast did a lot with television.
it. Hmm.
They acquired AT&T Broadband in 2002, NBC Universal, and Sky Group, and those were big ones. And but they got a couple that were called off. Well, one was called off. They tried to acquire Time Warner Cable, and that one was forced to not occur due to antitrust concerns.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't feel like I hear too much about, well, I mean, for good reason. You don't hear too much about um, mergers and acquisitions happening that get called off because it has to be two huge players in the
Mhm.
market, whatever market it is, right?
Yeah.
And usually that doesn't happen. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what Xbox does. And then, I mean, I think Microsoft might go after Sony just like to see if they can do it. But I don't even think it would get to like a regulatory stage. I think Sony would just say, we're never going to sell to you. You know,
Yeah.
they're a Japanese company through and through. They're never going to sell to an American company in my
Mhm.
mind. Same with Nintendo. I don't think
Yeah.
Nintendo will ever sell.
Yeah. Nintendo is snootier than Sony.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. So wild stuff from Microsoft though.
Yeah. But quite the week.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, well, we do all hope that you all vote with your wallets. And let's try and put Microsoft in their place with what they've done.
Yes.
So make sure you give us a thumbs up. That really helps out the channel. Uh, that other button does work out as well too. If you disliked it, make sure you send this video to somebody you dislike. You know they could use it in their life. As always, ring-a-ling that ding-ling button so you never miss out on any content as it's posted on the channel. Got some more shorts coming your way. As always, stay classy and have a great evening.
Peace.